touching me. Everybody wants to touch me back here. All right, look, folks, this is a very, very serious race. This is a race to determine whether we preserve this state or not. It's that simple. The man running on the other side. Any media here? How are you? I'm glad I asked. This is a choice between a free Virginia and a different Virginia. And we want a free Virginia. We want a Virginia in which the United States Constitution and the Virginia Constitution actually mean something.
Yeah!
The commercials Terry McAuliffe has been running are a disgrace. They're unconscionable. They're lies. They're sleazy. And if he, God forbid, winds up in Richmond, we'll have 4 years of that kind of governing. No. And I want to set the record straight right here. For over 50 years, the Supreme Court has ruled if you want contraception, you get contraception. So I don't know what the hell he's talking about. And the idea that Democrats now run their races based on that one issue, trying to scare people, is so preposterous. Let me tell you what he doesn't want to talk about. His business record. Let me tell you what he doesn't want to talk about. All his sleazy friends. Let me tell you what he doesn't want to talk about. Overbearing gun control. Let me tell you what else he doesn't want to talk about. Massive tax increases. Government interference with your lives. Expanding Medicaid to the point it'll break this state like it'll break every other state under Obamacare. Now, is that what you want?
No!
Well, if you want it, move to Maryland, because they've got it. Now, we have to make a decision in this state. This race is about you and your family and what kind of life you want to live and what kind of community you want to have. Whether you're going to keep your businesses, whether you're going to keep your job. This is no joke. This is very, very serious. And just because somebody can raise $30 million with all these left-wing outside groups that want to take over the state, we should stand up to this. We don't need $30 million. There are people like you who can stop this. So you have a black and white contrast in terms of politics with your choice. A positive, bright, free future, or a bleak, smothering government sucking it up. Now, which do you choose, Cuccinelli or McAuliffe? Now, let me tell you about Ken Cuccinelli, because what you see on TV from these commercials are lies. I've known this man for almost 20 years. I knew him before he was in the state senate. I knew him before he was an attorney general. He is a decent family man. He believes in the rule of law. He believes in the Constitution. He believes in the Bill of Rights. All of the Bill of Rights. It's called the Bill of Rights, not the Bill of Choices. And that's what it is. Now, he's prepared to debate McAuliffe, and he has. But here's the thing. I have invited Terry McAuliffe on my program repeatedly to have a discussion about his campaign, about his positions, about his commercials. I have a national show. I think he's so great, I want the whole world to hear from him and see him. But he won't come out. I do a show from a bunker. This guy really lives in a bunker. I'm convinced of it. He should come out of the witness protection program, and more than just to see his friend the Clintons and Obama and all the other celebrities, he should actually have to deal with the people. He should actually have to deal with the press, and he should actually have to deal with people like me on the radio. But he will not do it. So what is he hiding? His record, that's what he's hiding. What else is he hiding? His policies, that's what else he's hiding. Ken Cuccinelli would make an outstanding governor. Let me tell you something. When that Obamacare law was passed, he was the first out of the box. And not to be the first out of the box, it was a tremendous brief that he drew up. It was an outstanding, it was so good, he won at the federal district court level, and it went up to the circuit level where the judges approved it. So he led the way for the entire country when it came to that issue. That's very, very important. So those of you who are now having to struggle with this law, and many of you are going to struggle with this law, we all are, you should know. He stood up to fight it. McAuliffe today said he supports it. So he's going to implement it here in this state. He's going to put the state exchange in place. He's going to expand Medicaid. He's going to do exactly what they want him to do. This fight is so serious. I'm not kidding. This fight is so serious. People have said, well, couldn't we have better candidates? He is a great candidate. He is a great attorney general. He is a great human being. I want to tell you about this third-party candidate who runs around pretending he's a libertarian. He is no libertarian. He supports an increase in the gas tax. He supports the mileage gas tax. When he's been asked over and over what's his program for cutting spending, he can't give you a program for cutting spending. Does that sound like a libertarian to you?
No!
Sounds like a fraud to me.
Yeah!
I want to say one other thing. We have a lot of very, very important state house races and state senate races. This man here at TAG is a very good friend of mine. He is a solid delegate. Where's Minshew? He's back there somewhere. Randy Minshew's another one. LaRock, who's running over here, he's a great guy too. In McLean, you've got Barbara Comstock running, who's wonderful. You better pay attention to the whole line, the whole ticket. You've got a great candidate for lieutenant governor and attorney general. Now, here's what I want to tell you. What are there, a couple hundred of you here? It's not enough. You are the Paul and Paulette Reveres. This is what I say every night on my program. It is your job as citizens of this country, as citizens of this state, to make sure you get 10, 20, 30 people to vote on Tuesday. This is a low turnout election. Don't let them buy it with outside money. Don't let them buy it with sleazy commercials. You have got to work on that Tuesday. I'll tell you what. The school system is closed pretty much on Tuesday. What do you think is going to be happening with their employees and so forth? I'm just saying it is very, very important that we citizens stand up for ourselves. And we want to stand up for ourselves. This is the battleground. Cuccinelli's the man. Now, I would be proud Tuesday night to announce on my show that Ken Cuccinelli is the governor-elect of Virginia. And that we win all the major constitutional offices and hold all of our delegate seats too. And we send a signal, you can't buy this state, you can't trounce on us in this state. We're not going blue, we're staying red, white, and blue. And so it's a great honor to introduce a dear friend of mine, a tremendous attorney general of this state, who will be a tremendous governor for you and help preserve your liberties, Ken Cuccinelli.
Well, look, all I can say is that I'm glad there aren't 3 fans. It is so good to have fire marshal problems. It's great to see all of you here. Mark Levin is right. He's a great patriot, a spectacular constitutionalist. Can we give him a round of applause? Thank you for coming out and supporting us again. Now, a lot of people think of him as a radio host, but he was also in that healthcare case with Landmark. I'm going to unwind myself here with this wire. He was in that too. He knows what he's talking about. What a concept. Heck, I'm running against a guy who doesn't know what he's talking about. He wants to be governor. But I'll tell you what, folks, this race, we're down to 3 days, 2 hours, and 24 minutes until the polls close. But who's counting? And as many people as there are here, I need you all to get more folks. Who's been door knocking today? Amen. God love you. All right. Who's going to do it tomorrow? All right. That's what I like to see. Folks, that will win a race. I've been outspent for 5 elections in a row. Now, consistency is important to me, but that has not been a goal. It's just worked out that way. But we've won every single one of them, including one in a recount, because, heck, there are more people here than the margin of my last state Senate race. You know what they call you when you win by 101 votes? Senator. That's right. This is going to be a close race, folks. We have the momentum. We have the momentum. And we have it because of the issues you just heard Mark talking about. Obamacare is front and center. I didn't actually think about it this way until recently, I think in terms of attorneys general. But in fact, I was the first person in all of America to fight Obamacare first, 30 minutes after the president signed the bill. And I'm running against a guy in Terry McAuliffe who didn't think it went far enough. He supported a whole public option, which means they wouldn't just be running these websites, they'd be selling you government insurance as well. Probably doing just as good a job as they are with the websites. And as people get their cancellation notices all over Virginia, I'm getting emailed one after the other, the promise that was made 3 years ago, if you like your insurance, you can keep it. You remember that one?
Yes!
Biggest lie of 2009. It was. If you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. Not if you can't keep your insurance. And Terry McAuliffe is all in on it. He likes to use that phrase, all in. And in fact, he doesn't think it went far enough. This is, first and foremost, not about health care. It's about liberty. It's about liberty. This is a liberty-crushing law. And let me tell you, the next round, the next two rounds, they're both in the states. The first one is on the ballot Tuesday. Do we expand Medicaid under Obamacare or not? Terry McAuliffe, what's he say? All in. Bigger government, he's always all in. And I say no. No, no, no. We've had more than enough too big government. Yeah. As Dr. Phil would say, how's that working out for you? That is the wrong direction. And last night in a candidate forum in Fairfax, Democrat Kathleen Murphy said, you know, not enough doctors are taking Medicaid and Medicare patients. So I think it's time to start thinking about forcing them to do it. You may be shocked, but is anybody in here surprised? No. No.